Y'all weren't supposed to see that. You weren't supposed to see that. You were not supposed to see me having my bone broth soup at all. But since we're here, hey everybody, thank you so much for the likes. Welcome, welcome. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. We're going to talk for just a little while. Thank you so much. I appreciate the likes already. Go ahead and like, comment, and share and let us know that you're here. I have about 20 minutes to hang out with you guys so that we can get into what we're going to get into. And then I am out for the night. Okay. Because I got a ton of other stuff I need to do to work for the Brownstone. So I'm super excited. For those of you all who are not aware, I am your girl, Paulette. I am the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide, which houses brownstoneworldwide.com, KCCR the Brownstone.com. And then we also have brownstonemarketplace.com. That's a lot, isn't it? And then we also have Brownstone Living Magazine. That's a lot of different platforms. So we are truly and honestly, officially as of today, because of this brain right here, figured out this is a media company. And it's growing, and we appreciate you all for the growth. Thank you so much, right? So I'm here today to talk a little bit about what's happening in the Brownstone, where we're headed, how things are changing, and what you can do to connect with what's happening as we begin to transition into the next phase of Brownstone Worldwide. So I'm super excited about this. This has been a labor of love and passion and a desire to see something bigger than myself. So let's talk a little bit about how this came to be, because I don't think a lot of people understand or know our story. So we started the Brownstone Center, and it's been a long time. It's been several years. And so we ended up dissolving it. You know, we had some things that came up, and we decided it would be best to pause, put some things on hold. And so we came back into the fold, and now there's Brownstone Worldwide. So what I definitely wanted to kind of share with you guys tonight is that making the decision to pause and then begin again. Hey, Nola Shrek Mobile, how are you? Was one of the best decisions that was ever made. And so here we are in 2023, and we are continuing to move to the next level, into the next phase of the business. So I'm really excited about that. Not only, thank you so much. I'm glad to hear that you're doing well. This is a challenge. This is my challenge, and I'm just going to keep it 100 with everybody that is watching on both TikTok and then also here and on Bigo. So listen, what I need you guys to understand is, thank you so much for the hearts. I appreciate you. So listen, I have made a new charge and a new rule. Every day I'm going to come on here and I am going to offer something. Okay. That's hard for me because honestly, at the end of the day, even though I can come on here and y'all know, if you see me cook on here, if you see me dance with my granddaughter and do all of those kinds of fun things, this is a new phase for me as I start to get into what is next for the Brownstone. So let's just keep it 100. The Brownstone is a business. The business likes to eat. It does not like cheap food, okay? It will not sustain itself on cheap food. Let's just keep it real. So because of that, I have to get out here and generate revenue for the business. And so in order to do that, I have opened up opportunities for you guys to connect with our audience. Okay. So a couple of ways that we're going to do that. You see how I cut right to the chase? Because this is hard for me. Okay. I'm just going to keep it 100. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. Okay. This is hard for me. I don't have a sales team. It's just me being a salesperson and all of the things. And I'm cool with that. Okay. As we continue to grow, it is just going to have to be this way for a little bit. Okay. So Brownstone Living Magazine blew like quick, right? So we dropped it in December, the first official edition, right? So we have been doing it and the pages kept getting, so it started out as a newsletter. Let's talk about that. Brownstone Living started out as a newsletter and it was 1 page, then it was 2 pages, then it became 3 pages, and then it became 4. And some of my friends, and hey, Amber, how are you? Thanks so much for joining us. And so Brownstone Living Magazine started out, like I said, as a newsletter. It started out as one page, started out as two, started out, and then it started to increase. And one day I was showing it to some of my business friends, and it was like 22 pages. They was like, girl, this is not no newsletter. What kind of newsletter is this? This is a magazine. And you might as well go on ahead and make that do what it do. And so I did. Okay, so out of just my curiosity and wanting to do it right, of course I went and did some research. So a little backstory to this. When I was a little Black girl living in the city, my parents had good to hear it, my parents had a couple of boxes in the basement, and they were full of these encyclopedias, or what I thought were encyclopedias, but really what they were bound books that looked like encyclopedias, and they were the Ebony magazine issues from the 50s and the 60s. Okay, so I would open them up and I would look at them. I would open them up and I would look at them all of the time. And I would be so enamored of some of these amazing black and white photos. The cover was always color. Okay. But then the inside were always black and white photos of Black folks living in absolute excellence. And they were showing you photos of their homes and what they were doing and how they were entertaining each other and how they were doing all of this stuff that they were doing to make sure that the world knew that they too lived like these folks over here in this publication, right? And so I got an opportunity as a little girl to look through these magazines. Not only that, but I also got an opportunity to look through older magazines for Black people called the Negro Digest. They had those as well in boxes, okay? And so years later, I found out, maybe about, I don't know, 1995 or so, I found out that the Negro Digest was Ebony magazine. Go figure. So as I got older, I found myself having an affinity towards magazines. Like I would get my allowance, or, when I started working a little job, I wouldn't do like everybody else and go shopping, at the mall or anything like that. I would literally buy magazines, and then I would go home and I would read them out loud in my mother's bathroom because she had the best acoustics ever. I didn't know that's what you called it back then, but she did. And so I would read them out loud like they were commercials, and I would change my voice and, do all of this stuff, And there was one magazine in particular, there was an ad in there. Yes, I'm an ad junkie, for real, for real, for real, for real. This is a true story. So when I was about 16, now, mind you, I would have stacks of magazines. They would be like magazines like Essence, and it would be Ebony, of course, and it would be what was it? It wasn't Teen Beat. It was something else that we had for Black kids. Right On. It was Right On. So we had Right On, and then we had all of the other ones, stuff like that. And so I would read the ads. I didn't care nothing about the articles. I wanted to look at the ads because they were so cool, and it brought a vibe, and I felt awesome when I looked at them, and I was like, I want to be like that. I want to live like that. There was this one ad, I'll never forget it. It was a McDonald's ad, true story. And it was a young couple. They might have been about 15, 16 years old. He was taking her on her first date, and they were holding hands. And she had this neutral nail color on, and they were just simply the tips of their fingers were touching. And he was taking her out to dinner on their very first date. And guess where he was taking her? He was taking her to McDonald's. The dad was standing in the doorway, and I forgot what the cover words were, but it was something like making memories, something in your favorite neighborhood, McDonald's or something like that, impress her with your first date, XYZ. It was something adorable. And I thought, wow, look at this picture. And I felt it. And I thought, I got a problem. If I felt this, I got an issue. Right? I have an issue if I felt that. Then there was this other ad. This is what really, really did it. Why am I just getting all of the alerts over here? So there was an ad. I cannot believe this. I have to stop all of the things. These people are talking to me. So there was an ad in Essence magazine, and it was a Stouffer's ad for macaroni and cheese. and it was a Black family. This is true story, y'all. I promise you. Stouffer's mac and cheese. I'm gonna have to find some of these ads to see if they're still around. Stouffer's mac and cheese. This Black family. Mom was at the kitchen table. Dad was standing up. The son was coming in with the football in his hand. There was this big window, and the Stouffer's mac and cheese was the center of it all, but it was in front and they were in the back, right? And so I remember the steam from the mac and cheese. Now I know how it's done. Okay. Now I know exactly how it's done, and it does not impress me anymore, but the photos always turn out so nice. And I was like, wow, that must have been an amazing day. And in my head, with my little young self, I could imagine what the family had done for the entire day. And I realized as I got older, because my master's degree, my MBA, is in advertising and marketing, I realized that that was my job as a marketer, was to have you to feel. Because if I could get you to feel, then of course what you want to do is become a part of that. And I didn't understand what I was experiencing at that age, but that is what advertising and marketing does. Is it allows you to be able to present to your customer, your client, your potential customer or client, how you are to help them feel. And the biggest thing that you have to remember as someone who is getting into advertising and marketing is it's your job to help people feel good. Does that make sense? It doesn't even make sense to me at this point why you would want to advertise anything else, right? It should empower you. You should feel as if you can conquer the world, depending on what your delivery is, right? And so that is where advertising and marketing comes in. And the hard part is a lot of us, especially Black and brown individuals, we don't think we need advertising. We don't. I'm just going to put it on out there. We don't think we need a budget for it. We don't even think that we should put it in our annual budget if we are budgeting at all. Let's talk about that, shall we? Because we're not. A lot of us are not. Okay. And so I thought that as I continue to build this business and I'm spending money and, we're paying for advertising, we're doing all of this stuff, and building out the brand and making it better, that the best thing for us to do is to begin to open up the doors of the church of the Brownstone to offer simple advertising business listing. That is why I am here tonight. Okay, because I'm telling you now, here's my other truth, and I'm gonna just keep it 100. This is what I do full time. This is my job. This is what I do. I wake up in the morning and it's the first thing that I do. I run the radio station, and then I also have, additional support in terms of, content for brownstoneworldwide.com. I also communicate regularly with our air personalities that are a part of KCCR, the Brownstone, as it continues to grow. And now is the time that I would like to be a voice behind an advertisement. Oh, we could definitely make that happen, Amber, if you want to support that way. Absolutely. Girl, let's talk, because I've heard your voice. Okay. So what we are doing now is we are offering, and I want to share this with you really quick, because I got about 10 more minutes and then I got to step away to another meeting. Yeah, it's like that. So I'm up in the morning. Listen closely. I'm up in the morning, and then at night, the next thing that I'm doing is I am making sure that the business continues to run. Because it don't run on air. It runs on trying to find where, and I'm just going to keep it 100. It has to run on money. Okay. So when I come on here and I start, saying things or doing things, or you're seeing more things like this right here, it ain't personal. It's business. I want you to get into or get in front of the hundreds of thousands of eyeballs. Currently, our viewership and listenership and readership is about 325,000. Okay. So we want to make sure that you're getting your business listed in Brownstone Living Magazine for the next 6 months for only $200. You know what? $200 for 6 months. Let's talk about that. You'll get a business listing. What does that mean? Your business listing literally is your business name, your business, your company website, your phone number, and an email address, right? And so you'll be in several different segments. We'll find where you belong based upon the type of business that you are. So we have 4 different segments that are a part of Brownstone Living Magazine. 1 is the people in the neighborhood. 2 is tips, topics, and talk. And we also have love, live, breathe. It sounds like exactly what it is. And then lastly, we have KCCR, our podcasting section, where you actually get an opportunity to hear from our podcasters, right? And then at the very end of the magazine, there will be a section for business listings. Now, this is a little bit different as opposed to if you wanted a half a page, a full page, you want to be on the front cover and the back of the magazine or whatever. Of course, that's going to be an additional, that will be another type of fee that you will pay to have that much coverage within the magazine, right? So what I want you guys to kind of understand is that this is a very easy way. That's a good deal. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Amber. It is. It literally, let me break it down for you. It's less than $40 a month. For 6 months, you get to be in Brownstone Living Magazine for 6 months. Okay. And if you do the math on that, you can break it up. You know how to do math. Okay. So what am I going to be doing? Like I said, I'm holding myself accountable. I have to come on here every single day. And y'all, I'm going to keep it 100. My coach was like, you need to start offering some stuff because you playing. Right. He didn't say it like that, but he might as well have. So shout out to Coach Josh. And he's like, it's time for you to start offering. You've done the work. So the work is done. And y'all, this has not been easy. It really hasn't, because again, I'm getting up in the morning. First thing I'm doing is I'm checking on the station, making sure everything is okay. We're getting ready to make some changes to some of the commercials and other stuff like that. We're offering other services like public relations or PR packages that we create for people. That's another way that has been helpful. But we do have things like our lunch and learns. You know what I'm saying? So those are really, really cool. Y'all, I got an opportunity. Let me share this with y'all before I get up out of here. I got an opportunity to interview this gentleman right here. His name is Mike Goodwin. Mike Goodwin is a comedian. You might have seen him on America's Got Talent and also on BET. You can go ahead and follow him. Go ahead and scan that if you would. For those of you all who are on TikTok, you can't see this, but I will be sharing this information because we're actually getting this edited. His show, he is naturally funny. He reminds me of the cousin that I had, or he actually reminds me a little bit of my dad, where he constantly is cracking jokes and just having a really good time. So again, one of the reasons why I'm on here, the biggest reason why I'm on here, and I'll be back again tomorrow, is to start to break the ice and offer some of the deals that we have with Brownstone Living and brownstoneworldwide.com and also KCCR The Brownstone. One of the other things that we have coming up, and it's going to be happening in a couple of weeks, is we are holding 2 different things. We have a financial summit that's coming up with one of our air personalities, D. Nicole Johnson. And the financial summit is going to be held in, is it April? I think it's April. April 15th, actually, I think it is April 15th. That's the last day of the tax season. And so you're going to have time to register for that and get yourself ready for that. And we actually have we'll have a VIP day for those people who want to pay that additional fee for that. Not only that, but we also have a part of the Brownstone and KCCR to be exact, is Brownstone Podcast University. That is, we're actually going to be opening up our waiting list mid-March. So I need you guys to get ready for that. If you want to learn how to do this and do this the right way, and for those of you all who know me, I'm from radio, and I'm from the entertainment. I know how to hold a mic. I know how to do it correctly, but not just that. It's about prep. It's about doing things the right way. There are a lot of people out there that offer the same kind of course or whatever, but you're going to learn from somebody that's done it. Okay. And not just done it, but I mean, have done it and been in the studio and done it. And you need to understand that a lot of times people are out here and we're purchasing, all of the cool things that we saw on a YouTube, at YouTube University, and we buy all of this equipment. We may end up doing 1 or 2 podcasts. We don't use all of the equipment. We wasted a bunch of money, and then we get bored, we get, what do they call it? Just worn out quickly, and you don't want to continue with what is necessary because you didn't do the due diligence, or you just don't know what the next phases are, right? And that's okay. You don't have to know. That's where learning comes in. And that's where Brownstone Podcast University is going to be able to support you. Okay. It is a course. And when you're done, you'll actually receive a certificate from us letting you know that you did finish the course. But not only that, your internship, yep, I said it, your internship is you'll have an opportunity to be a part of KCCR, the Brownstone podcasting app. We're transitioning out of all other audio sounds except for 2 shows, and everything else will literally be talk, will be completely podcasted. Okay. So if you're interested in anything like that, I definitely want you all to reach out to us and let us know that you are interested in that particular platform. So once that is available and we finished with all of our invites and how to get in touch with us or whatever, I definitely will be presenting this to you all, just like I am presenting this to you guys once again, just so that you are clear. You can get a business listing in Brownstone Living Magazine for the next 6 months for only $200. How do you get that deal? bit.ly/200 6 months. Okay. What I am going to do for those of you all who are watching on TikTok and on Bigo, I am going to be offering this up on my link, the link in my bio, so that you guys can go ahead and see it. And all the other stuff that we offer. If you're on Facebook, if you are on LinkedIn, if you're on YouTube, the link will also be available in any of the additional posts where you'll see my cute little picture, because I think I was cute. Shot by Rakaya got me all the way together, honey, on these photos. So again, it's less than $40 a month to have that. Is the flyer shareable of Facebook, or is it? There is a link that is available, Amber. I will absolutely get it to you. I'll tag you because it's actually up right now on Facebook, and it is shareable, and I do appreciate you for that. But again, it's only $40 a month, y'all. That's really what it boils down to. And the cool thing is that if you want to continue to keep that up, we might even consider keeping it open and just letting it be a regular thing, so that people can get it as they would like. Okay. Again, we are opening up this opportunity, $200 for 6 months of business listing advertising in Brownstone Living Magazine. And for those of you all who have already subscribed or you want to subscribe, you can head on over to our Facebook page at Brownstone Worldwide. There is a link there for you to join the newsletter and also to get this month's magazine. Guess what? The magazine is only like $5.99. Okay, $5.99. You get an opportunity to see what it is. And then here's something else too. There are several different sections of Brownstone Living Magazine as I wrap it up, because I need to get ready to go. There is the people in the neighborhood. That's a business listing. That there will be a business listing there under that segment. Now, the second one is going to be under tips, topics, and talk. The third one is under love, live, breathe. And the last one will be KCCR. So you'll have several different ways. Now, you're not going to be in all of the sections. You are paying for one section of the magazine, right? So people will be able, it's almost going to be like a Black Pages, if you will. But of course, there's also going to be that additional content in there as well. And now remember, we are focusing on business Women's Month for March. Now, here's something else. If you want to be featured as a woman in next month's magazine, email me directly. I'm taking email me, send me your beautiful photos or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and put my email here at the bottom. And I want y'all to see this. Okay. Paulette at brownstoneworldwide.com. That's it. That is all. That's all you got to do. You can send it to me. You can say, hey, I want to be a part of the magazine. I want to be featured. And when I say featured, we want to recognize you for the work that you've done in your community. And that is done through the people in the neighborhood. Again, that's Paulette at brownstoneworldwide.com. And we have a section called the people in the neighborhood. That's where you go. And people will actually be able to see you when you are featured in that area. So it has to be like you're doing something positive in your community. Like this month, we actually have Maurice Wentz. He is a grocery store owner, and he actually opened up a grocery store in a food desert in Wisconsin. We also have school teacher Tracy Watford, who has been a school teacher for over 10 years. I think like almost 20 years or something like that. But she loves what she does. And so she was also featured as one of the people in the neighborhood. Okay. And that's what you become when you become a part of the Brownstone. You become a part of the neighborhood. You become a part of our community. We connect with you. We have so much other cool stuff that's starting to happen. But this is how you stay connected. Number one, connect with us at brownstoneworldwide.com. That's the first place. The second thing that you want to do is you want to download the KCCR, the Brownstone app. KCCR, the app, okay? Or you can just listen to us at kccrthebrownstone.com, right? It's a really cool way for you to listen to some good music for now, because again, we're migrating over to talk eventually. It's getting there. And also we have Brownstone Living Magazine, okay? That is where the advertising is. So I'm going to show this one last time. If you're interested, hit me up. You can absolutely do that, or you can just take the link. I'm going to share the link once again. And it is bit.ly/206 months. I'll say it again, bit.ly/206 months. That's it. 200. And when I say 6, it's the word 6 for those of you who are on TikTok. Okay. So again, go ahead and write that down. You can go ahead and check it out. You can go ahead and pay for it today and get yourself set up so that you are ready to rock and roll. But again, $200 for 6 months for a business listing in a magazine that is growing at the leaps and bounds that this one is. Listen, let me tell you something. Our ads are much cheaper than a lot of others, but just think about it. You got 6 months for somebody to discover you. And what you also need to understand is it takes more than one shot for your advertising to work. You're talking to somebody that sold radio. You're talking to somebody that was trained by some of the best in the business. So shout out to Rob Hill, okay, from Hope, Arkansas. He did the thing when he taught me what he did, okay, because I was educated on how to do it properly. And so in order for your business to grow, you're going to have to do something that a lot of people don't want to do. You're going to have to find the budget for your advertising, and you want to just start. You want people to find you. Right. And I'm going to just put this out here and let's just keep it 100 before I roll up out of here. I'm already late for my meeting. The one thing that we don't do enough of is we do not budget for things like this. And I was just as guilty. I've just started advertising again. Right. So I usually advertise on TikTok. Okay. I'm not going to lie. So I'm always over there doing my thing. But I decided it's time for me to come over here on this side of the world, on this part of the diaspora, this virtual diaspora, if you will, and start helping to attenuate the stories that need to be told about us. Okay. That's really what this is about. And in order for us to continue to do this, and in order for me to deliver to you what you would like to see, is we have to make sure that advertising is done. Here's why this is so important before I wrap. Because it is our responsibility to change the narrative of how we tell our stories ourselves. We cannot depend on other people to do it for us because they're still getting it wrong. They're still getting it wrong. If we do not take control of the narrative now, it is our fault if our babies, if our children do not know their past and they do not know how to forge forward to their future from what they have learned from us. That'll be our fault. Okay. So it is a lifestyle magazine, but we do teach history. You have an opportunity to see that we do talk. There are so many amazing professionals out there, from Tremaine Wills. We got Dr. Michelle Josie. We have Ty Stewart. We have Anisha Smith. All of these amazing, and her husband, Quan. Let's not forget him. And so all of those things. And then also we have Brownstone's Best Business Review, which is a part of Brownstone Living. So you actually can either scan or you can tap on the photo if you get the digital version, because y'all, we getting ready to go to print. Okay. So you can tap or you can scan on the magazine, and you can actually watch the interviews that we've done for the month, which is awesome. We had some amazing. So if you missed any of the advertising, if you missed any of the shows, you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to find out what is happening with some of our air personalities. So big shout out to the air personalities of KCCR, the Brownstone. We're talking D. Nicole Johnson. We're talking DJ Tony Sanchez. We're talking Dr. Michelle Josie, Marshawn Olayo, and then also Leanne Dulce. Big shout out to you folks for doing what you do and handling it every single time you get on the air. We do appreciate you guys. And then also shout out to all of the people who have either purchased a press kit, did their interview, got their deliverables, all of the things. And we definitely want to make sure that we're putting them out there and letting them know that we support them, because that's what we're here for. We're that publication to make sure that we let folks know who and what people are doing in the community, because this ain't about me. I'm just the vessel to help kind of get the stuff out there. So once again, I'm going to share the flyer with you guys and let you know this is who we are. Get your business listed in Brownstone Living Magazine for the next 6 months for only $200. $200 for 6 months. A business listing in a major publication. And y'all, comes Q2, it will be available for print. Yes, you will have to pay the difference because it's expensive, but you can have Brownstone Living Magazine in print. So I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm super excited. I'm super excited about the things that are happening here at the Brownstone. Did I say it was a lot of work? I don't think y'all even understand. There are days I don't go to bed until 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And then I have to, maybe take a 2-hour nap and then get back up and get at it again. But I believe in what is happening in the Brownstone. I believe in it. I believe in it. I believe in it. And I believe that you all see it too. And so let's help to build this community together, because we got some cool stuff coming in March. It's called The Stories. I need y'all to understand. It is exactly what it sounds like. And I have introduced you over here on Facebook and on Bigo. You guys have already been introduced to some of the characters. Okay. So let's talk about real quick. Oh Lord, it's all right. I'm gonna be a few minutes late. Let's talk about really, really quick a couple of the characters. So we have, what's that girl's name? We have Jessica. Jessica's pregnant by Tori. But Tori was going with Angela for 6 years. And then Angela found out about Jessica. Yeah, them kind of stories. Yeah, it get deep. And so it kind of reminds you of the time when you were young and you had an opportunity to go and hang out with Big Mama House, and you better not fool with her when her stories was on. Y'all know the ones I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So these are the kinds of stories that you're getting ready to hear. And we even created the characters so you can see them. How cool is that? So I'm going to be sharing those with you again if you're on Facebook. And I'll probably just go ahead and pop this over here on TikTok and on Bigo so y'all could kind of see our first 3. And the series again is called The Stories, Brownstone After Dark. And the story gets really, really deep because Angela is so hurt and so upset. She literally moved. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Y'all need to know no more. That's it. So once again, if you are looking for advertising and you want to reach our community while we continue to grow at this price, less than $40 a month, bit.ly/206 months. That is it. That is all. That's all you got to do. I'm looking forward to hearing and seeing from you guys in the future. If you want to be a part of what we got going on, once again, you can send me a direct email. I'm taking those personally. Yes, I could do a sign-up sheet. Paulette at brownstoneworldwide.com. I will see you all in the next edition of Selling Some Stuff in the Brownstone. How about that? All right, so let me wrap. I'm out of here. Have a great one, you guys.